Hi, Dougie Burt. We're Stuart Grice here from Doug West Tackle World, the team here. How you going, Stuart?
Yeah, good, Dougie. How are you, mate?
Mate, good. I had a fishing session with you again this week.
We did, mate. Well, I wouldn't call it a session. I would call it a fishing competition.
Well,
But it's a bit
Stuart's very
one-sided.
excited because he actually beat me in size, but he did not beat me in numbers. Is that correct, Stu?
That is correct, Douglas.
Okay, good. Okay.
Let's move right along after that comment.
We've got 23 flatties in about 3 hours of fishing, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of little ones, though, Stu.
You got 12, Dougie. I got 11.
That is correct.
Mine was the biggest.
That was true. Yeah, that is true. And they were biting, but they were a little bit quiet. It's been a really funny bite. Everyone's saying that things are quiet, then it's good.
Yeah.
We get conflicting reports of good fishing and then bad fishing. Fish are there, just not biting.
It's very much on the area.
It is.
I believe. They're not where they should be this time of year. They're a bit slower.
Is this the flatter we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everything's the same.
Everything.
Snapper, it doesn't matter. It's all off and on.
Yeah.
So we're going to adjourn to offshore, Stu.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Dougie, we've got some good weather coming.
We have, yes. So tomorrow's a bit windy. That's Friday the 23rd. We're talking 23rd, 24th, 25th of June here.
Yeah.
2023. So tomorrow's a bit windy, but then Saturday, Sunday, glamorous. We've had such good weather the last few weekends.
Yeah.
Compared to the last few years.
Yeah.
And so good weather. Not too bad a fish bite, but not as good as the one last weekend, which worked for some people and not for others, Stuart.
Yeah.
But yep, I would be definitely heading out, well, snapper for sure.
Yeah.
Close reefs, 36s and 50s. The 50s is where it's still all happening.
Yeah.
But it's a 40k run, so if you've got a little boat, just stick in close and get out there early and watch the swell. I was actually going to go this morning, Stuart. I woke up at 5 and I looked at the wave buoy and it was 2 metres on the sets. It's low tide, and then I thought I'm going back to bed. It's just too risky.
Yeah.
But the bomb and everything's been a little bit out of whack at the moment. So
It was. Yeah, that's right.
so
It has been.
I don't know what's happening, but anyhow, just got to watch the swell. Check the swell.
Yeah.
If it says it's big, then don't go.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Yep.
But I think this weekend it actually drops right out,
Yep.
half a metre to a metre. So it looks really good. It's just a bit of swell at the moment, dropping out now as we speak, I think.
Yeah.
So get out close, get out 36s, get to the 50s. Southeast has been fishing really good. There's a couple of guys been doing really well down there here.
Yeah.
On the snapper.
Yeah.
Getting 100.
Getting a few.
Get a lot.
Getting a lot.
But yeah, get out there and have a crack. And also, pearlies have been good, Stuart.
Yeah, pearlies have been really good.
Yeah.
And there's been a few kingies around that depth too.
A lot of kingies.
Some big bonito, Dougie, for the guys that are jigging for...
Huge bonito. We caught some ourselves the week before.
We did.
Big ones.
Yeah.
And jigging for kingies, and this monster bonito jump on there around about probably 4 to 6 kilos at least.
Yeah.
Big bonito.
Yeah.
Good eating. Very good eating. Yep.
Yeah.
But anyhow, kingies wise, there's a few amberjack as well. I think amongst them, some good pigfish at the moment amongst the pearls. You got some the other day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. They're quite large. We just use those the deep drop rigs that we make in the shop, Dougie.
Yep.
With the little Lumo squids on it, and 3 hooks, mate. And we were pulling up pearlies and pigfish and a bit of everything, mixed bag every drop. So it's good.
Barcode as well.
Yeah.
And the other thing happening, as we said, the kings are really good. So if you want it, we're doing actually a seminar next Thursday next week.
Yeah.
On fast jigging for kings, amberjack, Samson, and the works. You still catch snapper and pearlies as bycatch even fast.
Yeah.
Particularly on these sort of
so a longer and slenderer jig.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this type of thing here. If you can see those guys. These are made in Japan. These are really good ones, and we carry hundreds of different types of jigs, by the way.
Yeah.
Up to these bigger fellas, which we use.
Yeah, in the deep, mate.
In the deep.
Yeah.
They're around that sort of, well, these are 880, 720, 560. We carry the whole works. And they're what we use on the bass gropers and blue eyes and stuff like that, Stu, which we've caught on the boat.
Yeah.
Flame snapper will still take these ones here pretty good though. They like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Around that sort of, if you can get away, there's not much current at the moment,
It's
so
not.
you can use 200 or 300 grams in
200 or 300 metres.
Yeah, that's right. And just go straight down, but running P2.5 to about P4 line. So keeping the braid fairly thin, Stu.
Yeah. Line drag is key.
Yep. And teabagging it, not actually winding faster, doing it super like that, just like we do on the fast jigging. And you don't do that in that depth, it's very hard work. And just slow jigging up and down, teabagging it, and next one the big cods just jump on.
Yeah. If by memory, Dougie, I don't think I've really seen you jigging that depth. You're more of a button pusher, mate.
That's right.
Electrics.
It's very hard to have like 3 guys jigging crazy all next to each other in that depth. Someone's got to slacken off and just bloody do the the electric reel thing. That's always me. I'm always the scapegoat. Well, you guys are jigging. Anyhow.
You are that full of it. And then Dougie, a bit shallow, mate. Pearlies.
Yeah, pearlies.
The rubber, mate.
Yeah, rubbers are really good.
Week.
I did. You got a lot of pearlies on those. They work really well in that sort of. Well, they work from riding close actually, but that's about 120 metres.
Yeah.
The bigger pearlies guys, I always say that just on the backside of the 50 fathom reef, in that 90 to 130 metres.
Yeah.
They're also on the backside of the 36 fathom reef. No matter where you are, if you can find that wireweed in that sort of 67 to about 72 metres, which is on the outside edge of the 36 fathom reef. Yeah. Not far. I'm talking like 500 metres away. Sorry. From the reef, and just keep going east, and it starts going down. Look for little bumps on that edge, and go north-south once you find the bump. Yeah. Zoomed into about a 10-metre window on the sounder. Okay, you'll find it. Yeah. Big pearlies, a few kingies there as well, some good snapper, and that's all the way along the reef. And there's actually guys got a few little secret wireweed spots on the 24 fathom reefs too. So they get like 50 centimetre pearlies there. Yeah. Same deal. So pitch jigging, big pearlies, because you find that little bit of wireweed in close as well. Yeah. Just in case you don't know, wireweed looks like this type of stuff here.
Looks like a big spring growing up from the bottom. It grows on rubbly, reefy type area.
This has actually been broken 3 times.
Yeah.
It was about a
metre.
Yeah, it was about a metre long. It's getting cropped. Yeah. But that's how it looks, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow, but that's offshore. I had a friend of mine was out today chasing spanner crabs. Didn't have much luck, Stu. Yeah. He got half a dozen good crabs, but a lot of little ones. Yeah. So the crabs are hit and miss again, but I think we need a bit of current. There's no current, is it? Straight down. Yeah. So no run, no fun, and a lot of things, but give it a crack. Yeah. A few jewies caught offshore at night time and early morning as well. Yeah, around the blocks or around the 18 fathoms, been fishing really good. So the new moon's now come back up to the fuller moon over the next couple of weeks, so the jewies will come back in the chew again. July is a great time to catch jewies out here. So I'd be looking at that 18 fathom, 17 fathom reef, out the 24s. Cobia been really good. Yeah. The whales are here, as we all know, so watch out for them in the dark if you're travelling along and during the day. Yeah. And but cobia there, just live bait, bottom, mid-water, and on the top, and have liveys out. And they'll take pillies too. I've had a few customers get on pillies and cracking size, like that 15, 20 kilo size. Yeah. So they'll take pillies as well, but obviously intensively fish with them for them with liveys. It's much better. Better chance. Yeah, better chance. For sure. Yeah. Stu, so let's give that a go. Other than that, offshore, a few tail on the back of the beaches, but just watch the waves. It's a bit dangerous, Stu. Very dangerous, mate. I've nearly come unstuck the other day. Very, very close. You have a few tail of those, Stu? Very nervous, very scared. I did. Yeah, caught about 25 or 30 of them, so they were everywhere. But I wish I was there to see the face. Stu is on his own, but it's probably the same scared face I see when I'm beating him fishing. But, I was actually more scared. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was. Really bad, because I knew that I couldn't get back out of that one that easy. But it was I had a big wave pop up beside me and wash me down. So it was good. Be careful. So plenty tailor, just casting like sort of stick baits. Yep. In that 40 gram size. Yeah, around about 40 grams, mate. 100 mil long. Yep. 110. So we're going to go now inshore. Yep. Inshore. I'll just let you know too, guys. If we do have some seminar bags left over, we always do extras from our seminar. Normally put the gear back in the stock, but we are going to do the same price we do for the seminar, which is $99. So you get it as part of the deal in the seminar night, but they do include any GPS marks or maps if we use them. Relevant to that one, yeah. That's right, yeah. Okay. So we'll get inshore now. Jumping pin, we went there, we got flatties as we said. Yeah. There's a lot of little ones around, but there's a lot of flatties starting to come around. We fish sort of the mid-water area, which is around Jacob's Well / Tiger Mullet / Tippler-ish area. Yeah, and also that north and then west side of Kalinga sort of thing. Yeah. And there's a few fish around that area. We still hear they're still at the back blocks as well, Stu. Yeah, they're still up around Cabbage Tree and Jacob's Well and that further west stuff. They're still coming out. There's so much bait, Dougie. Like there was just birds everywhere. Yeah. Tailor everywhere inside as well. Look for the pelicans. And look for the pelicans. Look for the pelicans. Cast where the pelicans are. Don't hit the pelicans. A lot of brims too. How many brims did we catch? Lots of brims. We were fishing brim comps, you'd probably do all right, but we were fishing for flatties with 3/0 hooks and catching brim that were decent size. Yeah. lot of brim. You've got a whiting stew on the soft plastic.
You've got a white on the soft plastic, mate.
Yeah.
Bit of multi-talented angle, mate.
That
Don't
you
limit
are.
yourself to one thing.
That you are.
They Dougie, the little paddle tails work.
Yeah, they
mate.
did. Little paddle tails, fuse. Stewie, you like the bungee baits.
Yeah, I like the bungee baits.
Actually,
something different.
I'll show the UV colours. This is a UV, how UV works. So you can see that's red, right?
So it's like motor oil that's reddish.
Hit it with the
UV don't know if you
torch.
can see it, but it turns to like green type colour.
Yeah, you can see that, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but
we can see it from the back. So
we can see it from the back. There, that's green. Yeah, so that's how it works. How it works, guys. UV changes the colour. They perceive it differently to us, and it works. But yeah, that's not about colour.
Yeah.
Stewie, I'm a big gun fan of these Ned locks. You know that.
Yeah.
That size there is my go-to. 80 centimetre flat is not a problem on that little tiny hook. It just works really well and doesn't miss. Stewie, I like using soft vibes. You're using vibes the other day as well.
Yeah, little vibes, mate, work good.
Yep.
And little prawns, Doug, have been working really well.
Yeah, the prawns are working well. I noticed you stuck a couple up in there, Stewie, but I just managed to come back over the top of you again, mate.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Typical. As soon as we were both on 11 each, Dougie said, we'll just have a couple more casts here. We didn't catch anything, so there was a couple more casts over there. And then he caught one. Okay, I've got to go, see you, bye. Pull it up. He was on the plane and I was still trying to work my lure.
Well, you actually got one on, Stewie, but it was a brim. So that's actually minus points. Hey, just one thing too, guys. There are arrows, squid around jumping area. We're talking about jumping area at the moment.
Yeah.
And there's one spot there. I fished in the channel heading down the Jacob's Well, and it's about 5 or 6 metres deep.
Yeah.
And all the time, all the years I've fished for flatties, many years, I've always caught arrow squid by default, get hooked up with my vibe or my
plastic or
plastic,
whatever.
and the good size arrows. I said, Stuart, we only have one drift. I said, I'll just chuck a squid jig out, size 3, and let it drift while we have a flatty fish. We've got a few little flatties. And Stu goes, your squid rod's going off. I looked
straight away.
And got a nice big arrow.
Yeah.
And so there's arrow squid obviously around jump in as well.
Yeah.
Heaps of arrow squid up in the bay and a few cuttlefish as well up the bay at the moment.
Yeah, and tiger squid.
Squid. And I got a few tiger squid down the Broadwater. We'll go back down the Broadwater now, Stu. So before we go to the Broadwater, mud crabs are still on the go.
Yeah, Logan River.
Logan River, Pimpamar, but definitely Logan, around the non-green zone area of
Long Island.
Around
the mouth.
In the mouth, in the mouth side, not the west side.
Yep.
Give that a crack. But now come back down the Broadwater. So I went squidding. I got a heap of arrows again last weekend.
Yep.
And then I went and got a few tiger squid around the walls of the Seaway, and I got them on my favourite colour, which I got back in stock again, and it's a flash boost clinch squid jig, Cephia range on Shimano. But there's a couple other ones that do similar too, which is Yamashita do this one here. It's also very similar colour, works very well. And Stu, we've got some heavy ones in here, mate.
Yeah, so these are perfect for those, like put the rod in the rod holder, like a sleeper at the back, Dougie. It's heavier, so it's going to track deeper. And you're not going to have it drifting out the back where no man's land is. So.
Yeah, with squid down a bit deeper, especially arrows. So these guys actually more or less either drag on the bottom or just lift it just off the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'll just hang down really vertical because they're twice the weight of a standard squid jig. Yeah. And it's all weighted in the head, and they work very well. And Yamashita are fantastic Japanese quality, so they work.
They do. Yeah. They work a treat.
I think they've even got a little UV.
I think they've got a UV little spot on the back of it.
We've got to have a look here, Stu. Let's check it out. UV torch out. Oh, there's a flashing lights disco happening. So UV on top, as you can see there, and there's a little UV spot on the back there too as well. You can see. Yeah. All the same. The UV is very, very bright, as you can see that. Okay. Get some going. Oh, okay. That looks red. Put the UV torch on it, it changes colour. And you think, well, that one there's not UV, but it's got the flash boost. They all work anyhow. We've got 1,000 different squid jigs down there.
Yep.
Stu, just a few guys have been trolling for tail in the Broadwater too, mate.
Yeah, they have. Like out at the front of Courage, has been really good.
Yeah, Courage, between Crab and Courage is the spot.
Sovereign.
Running tide. And I was looking to, well, I know myself, but a couple of guys said they're getting one little Rapala, Stu.
Yep.
Like that type of
they
thing,
work quite well. Like I always run a shallow diver and a deep diver. See where they are first.
Yeah, so they're sort of 10 centimetres and get down about a metre. Natural colours work really well. So if you want to catch some tail for kids, great fun. They hang on the rod, the hook on. They just jump on, they jump out of the water, it's fantastic fish to catch. And the size is not too bad, around that sort of 40 centimetre size on average. And you'll get them over the top of the flatty banks too. They'll get right up on the shallows as well. So, and you get flatties on those lures as well. So double banger, not too bad. Yeah. What else happened in Broadwater, Stu? Whiting got a bit quiet.
Yeah, whiting have been a bit quiet. Water temp.
Water temp was 17 yesterday, 18 in the hot spot. So that was throughout the PNN, the Broadwater. So it's getting a bit cold for whiting. They're still around, but there's not as many.
Yeah, garfish, definitely.
Yeah, and
good tide for it.
Bream definitely as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so give them a crack.
Yeah.
A few hairtails still been around, Stu.
Couple, the tides aren't really right.
Yeah, they've been gone a bit quiet. They were really good a couple of weeks ago.
They like a full moon.
Okay, so we'll wait for that moon to come back next week. And anything else, Stu, you can say in the Broadwater, mate?
Mate, I think that's roughly about it. I'll probably definitely have a look around the seaway on the incoming tide, just for Taylor and Trevally and stuff like that. And little queenies.
Sand crabs?
Sand crabs haven't been too bad out the front of Runaway Bay.
Okay.
Yep. And
a few muddies, as we said, in the Coombar and Pimpamar River. Give them a crack and maybe Nerang. On the beach, Stu, this weekend?
I definitely tried tailor fishing.
Yeah, 100%.
So 100%. Find a good gutter.
Quite a lot caught last weekend, but just small ones.
Yeah.
But plenty of action. Like some guys got 20, 30 fish in a session. So, but not all legal, but quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So this weekend, that bit of wind tomorrow might actually bring them on a bit, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah. So give them a go. Good tides again on the weekend as well. For the tail, I'll run out tide during the night, so it's not a bad tide. Yep. And what else is happening, mate? Anything else around the Broadwater?
I think that's about it.
Yep. Okay.
Roughly. Yeah.
Inshore and in the inland, I should say.
Still squid too. Squid down here.
Oh, yeah, squid, yeah.
Squid, heaps of arrow squid in the channels, and as Dougie said, tiger squid around the rock walls.
Yep. I'll give it a go for the arrows around Bigger Creek, Bayview Harbour. The boat marinas up around Southport and on the spit there, up to the Gold Coast Bridge in the main channel. Just in the main channel, just keep it away with boats though, but you're right on the edge of the channel. Actually, they seem to like more the edge where it goes from like, say, 3 metres down to 6, more than in the middle of the channel, if that makes sense. So on that edge is where they seem to hang out.
Yeah.
And the arrows, there's some quite good ones as well. So Clint got a few good ones on.
He did, mate.
On, what's it called again? Charter boat?
Gold Coast River Charters.
That would be the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Clint and Brad Smith. Give them guys a go filming out for to know how to catch them. There's the guys that originally put us onto the arrow squid. Thanks, guys. So they know how to do it as well. That's probably about it. So, guys, don't forget seminar next Thursday, sorry, on fast jigging for King, Zamjack and Samson off the Gold Coast here. You can use that same technique anywhere though. Yeah. And we're talking sort of jigs around that 150 to 400 gram size. Anything over 400 grams fast jigging is quite hard work. Yeah. But it's mainly like long type jigs, but obviously not the weight of this fellow. But in that sort of shape's very popular, and also that sort of shape there as well is quite good as well. So we'll talk all about that. You'll learn heaps. Here's the GPS marks in there as well. So that's next Thursday night. You can book in by phoning the shop here, and it's limited to about 30 people. Yep. Seminar. Okay, Stewie. So everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather, and we're here to help you out. Match any price online. And we've got all the gear here for whether it be electric reel fishing, squidding, whatever, jigging, deep water jigging. We know all about it. We can teach you. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. See you next week. It's Doug Burton team used to be. Yeah. And tell your friends about our Facebook and YouTube and Instagram pages. They can learn a lot from there as well. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.